Hi y'all, today we're going to be talking about the FAL Shorty, which is a PW in Phantom Forces, and I like it a lot. You don't unlock it until pretty late, rank 98, but I like it. It has a lot of caveats, and honestly, it's not the best thing ever, but it's pretty fun, I really like it, and it's one of my favorite weapons, which is why it's going to be the first review for this game I put out. Yes, I know it's Roblox. Yes, I know this is my first Roblox video, but here's the thing, okay? We're going to do a quick little explain. I like Phantom. It's my go-to casual game when I'm killing time with friends and there's nothing else to do. So, I've used quite a lot of guns this game. I want to review some of them, and we're starting with the FAL, the Shorty. So, it is essentially a FAL that's been converted down into a PDW. The barrel's been chopped off, it runs with a folded stock, and it's messy. Without attachments, it is pretty messy. It kicks hard. It fires fast, it hits hard, but it kicks really, really hard, and this will get you punished. And it needs attachments. And I'm going to showcase the build that I find works best on it, in my experience. Of course, try out your own stuff, figure out how the gun works for you in your hands, but this is what I find personally works best with the gun. Now, optic is, of course, up to you. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter. Take what optic you like. However, I would not pick a scope. This is a PW. You don't use it at long range. Why would you use it at long range? I would recommend a red dot. Of course, take whatever sight you like. I really like the EOTech 552, the Coyote, and the Cobra EKP. But at the end of the day, it's all up to you. You could just run irons, but I would put an optic on. There's really no reason not to. Now, for your barrel option, I really like the X-Ring. Normally the FAL Shorty's biggest problem is that it spins. It spins a whole lot no matter how much you try and tighten the recoil. The X-Ring is going to bring this down. It's going to make the gun move around less. It makes the gun a little bit more reliable, more consistent. Other options do work here. For example, taking the compensator works. It'll make the gun much more vertical recoil based, but it kicks hard still, and it still bounces side to side quite a bit. The muzzle brake will help out with the vertical recoil, but it's still going to bounce side to side a lot. You can't really win with whatever barrel option you pick here. The T-brake does work, but I find the X-Ring was best in my experience. While the muzzle booster is funny, good luck. If you're going to take the muzzle booster, it's just not worth taking. As for suppressor, they're fine if you really want the suppressor bonuses, but I would just go for a dedicated muzzle option. Now, in your underbarrel, obviously people like their own picks, but I really like the pistol grip on this thing, because if you pair it with the X-Ring, you're just cutting down your recoil a whole lot. It'll just make the gun more reliable, more consistent. The folding grip does work, especially if you find camera recoil to be more annoying, but overall, I think the pistol grip is the way to go. It just makes the gun more comfortable to use, makes it a little bit more reliable, just makes it better in general. For your other slot, I would slot the full stock. If you're already committing to this full kind of consistency build that I am with the X-Ring and the pistol grip, you may as well just take the full stock, just improve things altogether. You could take the extended stock if you don't want a full commit to a full stock, but I would just commit to the full stock. As for ammo slots, I probably wouldn't really bother. As for the conversions, I cannot speak to 45 ACPs, I have not unlocked it, but the 5.56 conversion is pretty much worthless. All it really does is bring down your damage, and sure, while you do get a bit bigger of a magazine, I find it just made the recoil worse. I don't know why you'd ever run it. So, we're going to play a live match, and I'm going to show you what the gun looks like in the hands of an average player in a fairly average match. I'm not the worst player ever, I'm usually consistently relatively around the top of the board, but I'm no Phantom Forces expert that would, I'm not going to look amazing or god tier or anything. This is, what the gun looks like in the hands of a fairly average player on an average map, Old Crane Site. And it's about what you can expect from the gun. So, the Shorty's biggest shortcoming at the end of the day is the recoil pattern. Yes, it hits hard, yes, it has a good time to kill, and it does work at farther ranges than other PDWs thanks to, well, it just having a big damage setup. I mean, you're firing 7.62 out of it. It hits hard, and it fires fast at 700 RPM. But, with great power comes great recoil. And you're going to get ruined by the recoil a lot. You can't full auto this thing at long range. Obviously, you can tap fire it, try and make do what you can, but you just can't really make it work at full auto past, I don't know, 50 meters, give or take. It just simply won't let you. If you try and go full auto, you're not going to hit a whole lot of shots, as you'll see. Of course, they have rooftop, which is just a very strong position to hold, especially on Crane Site. But my point is, it doesn't really work at long range. I will note that this is my first game on, however, and I may just be a little rusty. So, like I said, you're getting real live footage here. This is... I just logged in. So... Now, do I think the Para Shorty is worth pre-buying? Because I pre-bought it. I did pre-buy it. I will admit I pre-bought it because it looked fun. And you know what? I think it is fun. However, it's fun, but it's painful. Yes, it's a very fun weapon, and I'm going to keep hammering this home. It's a lot of fun, but you're going to get frustrated by this recoil pattern, and I haven't found a consistent way to mitigate this enough for it to not be a problem. Even if you're really picking good attachments and really trying to cut down the recoil, it's still going to be there, and you're still going to miss. And, my god, it's going to be supremely unfortunate when you do. It just happens. As for whether I think it's worth pre-buying, I think it largely depends up to you, but on the whole, I would say no. Obviously, if you want to pre-buy something, just go out and pre-buy it. It's not a big deal. If you really, really want something, just pre-buy it. It's not a big deal. I've pre-bought a lot of things. But, do I think it's a valuable pre-buy? No. A lot of other PDWs that you get much earlier on are simply much more effective at killing overall, much easier to farm kills with, much easier to farm XP with, and if you're just trying to get a gun that will level you up fast, the Para Shorty isn't it. It's a lot of fun, but I would not call it the most effective killing machine that you can pick in the PDW class. However, as a fun pick, yeah, it's pretty fun, but even as a fun pick, other SMGs offer a little bit more. Obviously, some other SMGs have weird gimmicks on, some of them are just fun, like the Vector, for example. And, as a whole, this does bring down its usage in the realm of pre-buying. But, it's still fun. And, if you're really, really craving that battle rifle feel in a compact package, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. Its only other competition, the MC51, is a lot of fun too. I actually slightly prefer it to the FAL Para Shorty for overall killing, but the Para Shorty's more fun to use. It's just fun, you know? It's a FAL in pocket format. And it hits. And it kills. And you get killed because you miss. And that's just the way it goes. Still, really good gun. I wouldn't pre-buy it. I would not pre-buy it. But, if you're looking for a fun PW, or you just happen to unlock it as you rank up, definitely give it a look, especially if you like the class. It's probably going to surprise you, but it's fun. It's worth getting. It's worth using. It's worth trying out. Perhaps you put 100 kills on it and you decide you don't like it, and you know what? That's fair. It's not for everyone. It is a tough gun to use, and it is fairly punishing. However, it's still a lot of fun. So we'll go for one more life, do what we can. Probably get shot in the head by a BFG-50. But, you know, that's how this goes. Never mind, I get domed by an AUG from behind. The gun is not omnipotent. You cannot look behind you when using the FAL Para Shorty. It's a great gun. I think it's worth your time. I don't think it's worth pre-buying, but I think if you unlock it naturally, it's absolutely worth taking a look into. Thank you all, and I will see you all again another time. Bye.